I stared at the phone, her message glowing on the screen like a flare in the dark. I slept with my ex last night. The words didn't hit all at once. They crept in slow and venomous, wrapping around my chest until breathing felt optional. My hands trembled. The room felt too quiet, the kind of silence that screams louder than any argument. I reread it. Once. Twice. 5 times. My mind rejected it every single time, as if some glitch in the universe had replaced the text. No. Not her. Not Emily. The coffee on my desk had gone cold. The morning light sliced through the blinds in thin, accusing stripes. Somewhere in the background the kettle clicked off. My heart was still pounding in a rhythm that felt foreign, like it wasn't mine anymore. I typed back, "Why are you telling me this?" 3 dots appeared. Disappeared. Reappeared. Then, "Because I can't keep lying. I needed you to know." The honesty stung more than deceit. We'd been together 9 years. Married for 5. She was the kind of person who folded receipts neatly, who cried at commercials about lost dogs, who once spent a week learning how to bake sourdough just because I'd mentioned missing my mom's bread. I scrolled up through our chat, photos, memes, grocery lists. "I love you," scattered like crumbs. The digital trail of a life built on trust. Now it felt like evidence. When she got home that evening, she looked smaller. Hair tied back, hoodie half-zipped, mascara smudged just enough to suggest she'd cried, but not enough to ask for pity. "Ethan," she whispered, voice fragile as tissue. "We should talk." I nodded, gesturing toward the couch. My body was there, but my mind was orbiting somewhere above, detached and cold. She sat. I didn't. "How long?" I asked. Her lips trembled. "Once. Just once. It just happened." I almost laughed. Just happened. Like she tripped and fell into her ex's bed. "You drove 30 minutes to his apartment," I said quietly. "You parked. You walked up the stairs. You took off your shoes. You knocked. You went inside. That's a lot of just happened." Tears welled. I know how it sounds. How it sounds. I leaned forward. "Emily, it's not a sound problem. It's a choice problem." She broke then, sobbing into her hands. I watched her cry. This woman I once swore I'd protect from every pain, and I felt nothing. Just a hollow ache. Later, when she was asleep on the couch, I walked into the study. The house was too quiet again, like it was holding its breath with me. On my desk sat the binder, the one labeled House Purchase Agreement. I flipped it open. Page after page of contracts, co-sign forms, loan schedules. Her name next to mine. The house, the car, even the business we'd built together, half hers. That was the part that hurt the most. Not the affair. The partnership. The way we'd merged every corner of our lives into something that was supposed to be unbreakable. Morning came slow, wrapped in dull light and exhaustion. She was still asleep when I started typing. My hands were steady now. Invoice. Emotional debt settlement. Shared home equity buyout. $62,000. Joint savings withdrawal for honeymoon repayment. $8,000. Therapy sessions for trust reconstruction, mine $2,000. Emotional labor accrued over 9 years. $18,000. Total due. $90,000. At the bottom I wrote, "Congratulations on your new romance. This is the cost of loving me sincerely." I printed it, folded it, and left it beside her coffee cup. She found me in the kitchen an hour later. Her voice cracked. What is this?" "An invoice," I said, sipping my coffee. "For damages." Her face twisted. "Ethan, this isn't funny. Neither was your confession." I watched as she read every line. Her expression shifting from confusion to guilt to disbelief. "You're not serious." "I'm very serious." She dropped the paper on the counter. "You can't invoice feelings." "You're right," I said. "But you can quantify loss. You can calculate betrayal in time, energy, and trust. And you can damn well send the bill." She stared at me like she didn't recognize me anymore. Maybe she didn't. Weeks passed. The house felt emptier by the day. Her clothes disappeared from the closet, one drawer at a time. She texted once. "I deserve this. No excuses. No please. Just that." I didn't reply. But healing isn't linear. Some nights I'd wake at 3 a.m. and smell her perfume lingering on the sheets. My anger would flare. then melt into sadness, then confusion. I'd ask myself, was I not enough? Then I'd remind myself, I was more than enough. She just didn't want enough anymore. Therapy helped. So did running. So did silence. I learned to live with the echoes, the sound of what once was. 3 months later I got a letter. Handwritten. No return address, but I knew the handwriting. Ethan, I paid your invoice. Sold my car. Closed my account. I know it doesn't erase anything, but maybe it balances something inside us. You loved me, right? I just didn't know how to love you back the same way. I'm sorry. Inside was a cashier's check. $90,000. I sat there for a long time staring at it. The weight of it felt heavier than paper should. I didn't cash it. Instead, I framed it and hung it in the office. A silent monument to the cost of misplaced trust and the value of letting go. Sometimes I still think about that morning, her message lighting up my phone. The shock, the heartbreak, the suffocating silence. But mostly, I remember the aftermath, the strange peace that comes after the storm. The understanding that love isn't about ownership or payback. It's about closure. People always say closure means forgiveness. I think it means balance. And in that sense, maybe she and I finally found it. Her with her guilt. Me with my frame check. And the quiet reminder that even the deepest betrayals can turn into the cleanest endings.